Good day, everyone, and now we're going to look at arithmetic series. So previously we looked at arithmetic sequences, and now a series is simply adding those numbers in a sequence together. So for instance, this particular sequence has a start value of 1 and a common difference of 1. So this is just the counting numbers 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So if we add them all up, that would be the series. The sequence is when there's commas between them. So like I said, you'll remember arithmetic sequences where there were numbers that were in some kind of sequence by adding the same amount every time. So in this case, A was 1 and the common difference was 1 as well. Now we're going to add those together. When we looked at arithmetic sequences, we talked about the general term. So n would be the nth term, like the 10. If n was 10, it would be the 10th term in the series. In order to figure out a particular term, we're going to take the first term and add the difference n minus 1 times. So a is the first term, n is the position of the term, and d is the common difference. So what happens when we add all those numbers together? Hopefully you had an opportunity to view the video of Gauss and how a teacher tried to trick him into wasting some time by adding all the numbers from 1 to 100, and he came up with the formula. Gauss decided that if he took the first number, 1, and the last number, 100, and did that, the 2 and 99, the 3 and 98, then each time was 101. So you'd have n, or 100, because there's 100 terms, 100, 101s, because the first digit plus the last digit is 101, and then divide that by 2, because we've counted them twice every time. If you haven't had a chance, you can go back and look at the video that was in the slideshow. So then this is the one formula that they came up with. An alternate formula that we have for arithmetic series is this one here. Sn equals n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times d. And again, our a is just our first term. Our n is the number of terms that we want to sum up. So the sum up to and including the nth term. And d is the common difference. So now let's try a few. I'm going to use this formula here. Sn equals n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1d. And I'm going to do it for the first question. First, I'd like to identify what a, n, and d are. A is the first term in the series, so 2. D is the common difference, it's going up by 2's. And n is the position that we want to add up to and including the 20th term. So I'm going to put these variables into the formula. I've substituted each of the values into the above formula. So n divided by 2, 2 times a plus n minus 1, so 20 minus 1 is 19 times 2. Okay, now substituting through, I end up with 10 times 42, which is 420. So what that means is the sum of the first 20 terms of this particular series is 420. So if I add 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 plus 12, etc., etc., until I get to the 20th term, I'll get 420 altogether. Let's try another one. We're going to find the sum of 10 terms of this series here. So again, a is 5, it's the first term. The common difference is what I'm going down by. So in this case, I'm subtracting 7 every time. So the common difference is negative 7, and I want the first 10 terms. I'm going to substitute into the formula. Be careful when you're evaluating because you've got a negative in here. So notice that I always, every time I substitute a value in, so the a went in here and the d went in here, I always put brackets around it. Okay, so after I substitute all in, I am going to evaluate, and this negative makes this a negative here, so 10 minus 63. 5 times negative 53 is negative 265. So if I add up the 10 terms following this pattern, so 5 plus negative 2 plus negative 9 plus negative 16 plus the 10 terms, I end up with negative 265. You can try these now. You can either download the original slideshow into Notability or copy it into Notability and do it there, or you can just pause the video and do the questions here. Good luck. Again, in the slideshow, I've given you a link, and in here, a link to joinmyquiz.com to practice some of these ideas. When you're finished the quizzes and the video and practicing on paper, then you can go to Go Formative to complete your next assignment. Good luck.